Do you ever feel like you're doing everything for everyone else but nothing for yourself? You're showing up at work and for the people that you care about most. You're strong, you're capable, and you're reliable, but you just don't feel any of that right now. You've achieved so much, yet you feel like you've done nothing for yourself. I want to show you what I see because there's something that you're probably not seeing right now. And if you're the woman who's lost herself, who gives everything to a demanding job, and the people that you love and care about most, if your mind never switches off, if you feel guilty the second that you put yourself first, and you've started over so many times that part of you is quietly begun to wonder, what is actually wrong with me? Then I made this video just for you. By the end of this video, you'll be able to understand why every restart has actually failed you and why it was never a motivation, discipline, or a willpower problem, and the one system that makes consistency automatic instead of forced, so that you can finally become someone that you trust, someone that you can rely on again. Strong, capable, reliable, just like you are for others, but for yourself too. No more silently suffering where nobody sees it. I see you, and I'm here for you. My name's Ryan Girvin. I'm a mindset coach and a personal trainer. I've been personal training full time since 2019 and have worked with over 100 clients one to one to switch off from the stress of work, stop starting over, and finally follow through in the gym so that they can feel strong and energized again and build a body that they're proud of so that they actually feel confident in their skin and, of course, in the gym. In 2023, I became a trained DMartini values and methods facilitator. These are two cutting-edge personal transformation tools developed by world-renowned human behavior specialist Dr. John DeMartini. I've used them to help dozens of clients handle stress and setbacks without it knocking them off course, to let go of the guilt around putting themselves first, and to rebuild trust in themselves so that they stop letting themselves down. What I'm most proud of isn't how much weight my clients have lost or how much muscle they've gained or how much stronger, fitter, and healthier they are now. It's what they say about the deeper change. I've got my spark back. The fog lifted. I feel like myself again. A few clients have put it best. More than just a PT. It's not just about the body. It's about how you feel about yourself, how you see yourself. That's the part that most coaches miss. You never lack discipline. You just stop trusting yourself to follow through. So that is what we change first. Clients usually walk in not trusting themselves and walk out leading themselves. The body changes too, stronger, leaner, finally consistent, but that's the proof, not the point. It's what they see in the mirror. The real change is the one they feel on the days that they used to quit, but they keep going anyway. And it lasts long after we're done. The tools, the mindset, the ability to keep going on their own. That's why I've spent years studying the other half of this. The mind. The body is where you see the change, but the mind is where it stays. Most coaches only sell you one or the other, but I help you with both together. So let me be clear about what I'm promising and what I'm not. There's no crash diets, 2 hour sessions, 5 a.m. routine that pretends you didn't just finish a 12-hour shift. No app pinging you, don't you forget your workout, like that was ever the problem. The problem was never your discipline. It was that nothing ever fit a life as full as yours. So here's what you get instead. A body you're proud of, built on structure so simple that it survives your harshest weeks, not just your best days. A clearer head, because the gym stops being one more thing on the list and becomes the place that you can finally switch off. And the energy to pour back into everything else that matters to you, because once you've filled your own cup first, you can then fill the cups of those that you love. Then underneath all of it, the thing that no program has ever given you, you stop starting over. Not this month, not this time, but for good. Because you finally trust yourself to follow through. I know that sounds all good and well, but how? I'd like to show you why it works. Every plan you've tried probably started in the same place. Here's your workouts, here's your calories, here's your macros, do this, stop that, track this, track that, blah, 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 blah. Same shit that you know you should be doing, but don't. The plan comes first, but you come last. Then you're expected to follow all of it to the letter when you're already running on empty. And if you don't, shame on you. You don't want it badly enough. You're just lazy. You just need to become more disciplined. Just stay consistent. Yada, yada, yada. Fuck all of that. Let's think about your cup for a second. All day, every day, you're pouring from your cup to fill everybody else's. People at work, colleagues, friends, family, 12 hours deep into your day, there's nothing left over for you. And then once your cup is drained, empty, you're expected to prep food, eat healthy, do your steps, go to the gym, train hard, do cardio, wind down, sleep well, and this is all on top of everything else that you've got going on. And get up the next day and then do it all over again. It's more decisions, more thinking, more when you're already running on less than less. That was never going to work. Not because you're weak, but because the math ain't mathing. How can you give 100% in your batteries drained and you're running on low power mode? Doesn't add up, does it? I'm not selling you just a fitness program like every other online coach, where it's here's your plan, fuck off and follow it. Got a problem? You're the problem. No. Or like every other personal trainer where I make you need me so that you show up in the gym. Then the moment I'm not there, you're stuck, lost, confused again. Or your favourite fitness influencer promises that you'll look like them in 8 weeks if you buy their program, selling you the fantasy when in reality, you needed more than just another plan. So fuck all that. I'm offering you a new opportunity, a new approach, one that changes your mind so that your body follows. We don't force change here. We create flow. We line your actions up with your values, your voice, your mission, your vision, so that you stop outsourcing your motivation and start tapping into your inspiration, discovering your discipline, your energy source, yourself. We give you the personalized plan, yes, but we guarantee that you overcome any obstacle in the way of sticking with it long enough to create lasting transformation. We break through any reason, excuse, limitation, fear, or expectation that made you doubt yourself and fall off before, so that we can move forward and step into the best version of yourself. That's the difference. We plug the leaks in your cup, we fill it up first, and then we build the body, the habits, the lifestyle that work for you and align with your long-term goals and vision. And from that place, your cup overflows and spills into your work and the relationships that matter most to you. It's not just a promise, it's what my clients repeatedly experience inside my program. And if they can do it, then why not you? What I'm talking about, I'm all about. For me, the gym came first. It gave me an outlet when I felt ready to implode, a way to work on myself when I felt broken, structure when I was living in chaos, focus when I was overrun by distractions. It changed my body, yes, but it went far deeper than that. The strength I built in the gym transferred to every other area of my life. I was calmer mentally and emotionally, which helped me be more present with the people around me. It built my confidence, so I was more willing to express myself, to take risks, to challenge myself, to grow, to get outside my comfort zone and find comfort in that. It proved that I was worthy, that I was capable, that I was strong, that I was resilient. The gym helped me see and appreciate so many positive things about myself. It built my character as much as it built my body. But even with my body changing, it didn't fix my mindset, my relationship with myself, how I showed up for others and for life. I was in shape and I still didn't feel good enough. The deeper work on values, perceptions, universal laws applied to human behaviour, that all started when I realised something very important. Most of my problems in life were actually personal development problems. It wasn't so much what happened to me that mattered, it was how I was perceiving what was happening. That's what sent me into what I call my demarcated detour, and I started journeying inwards, treated my personal development like a uni degree. I graduated and I came out with a burning desire to share what I'd spent thousands of pounds and hours learning and studying, helping others, facilitating real transformations in their minds, their health, their body. And that became my life's mission. And it still is today. Because I keep seeing the same thing across every client. There were fundamental truths that they were missing. Truths that, once they understood, would dissolve most of the stress and the struggles that they were carrying. I became fascinated with solving their problems at the level of their perception and their mindset. Because when they changed how they saw their health, their self, their training, nutrition, their body, the things that they were looking at changed too. They discovered that all their challenges weren't in the way, they were on the way. And in every single stress that they were experiencing, there was a hidden blessing in their lesson. They rarely lacked information because most of them knew that they probably should be training more and they should be eating better, but they didn't know how. And they were trying to force a perfect plan into an overloaded life. And they'd fall off and then decide that something was wrong with them. But they were never broken. There was nothing wrong with them. Their strategy was, and the way they saw themselves was too. So I stopped pressuring people to be more disciplined or to live up to my expectations. And I started understanding them, appreciating them, and helping them break through their barriers between where they are now and where they would love to be. The physical results got better and they lasted longer. So did their enjoyment of the whole process. Showing up for themselves became rewarding, satisfying, and fulfilling. The real change was watching people start trusting themselves again. And that is when the full cup method became a method and not just another idea. So, how do we rebuild your self-trust? The kind that makes you feel stronger, leaner, and more confident in your own skin? 3 things, not 30, 3. First, we connect your health to what matters most to you. Until you fully recognize that your training, nutrition, and recovery enhance your work, your relationships, and how you show up every day, instead of competing with them, you'll keep feeling guilty and selfish, and you'll always run out of time and energy. You'll always be too busy. When the why is big enough, the hows take care of themselves. So we start by connecting you to your great big why. Second, the decisions have to go. Every decision you make in a day slowly drains your cup. After deciding for everyone and everything else, your brain has nothing left to plan sessions and meals and every tiny detail of looking after yourself. So we make it super simple. We pre-make the decisions and you just show up and follow the system without all the guesswork, overthinking. I make the decisions and you follow the structure. Third, you need a structure that bends without breaking because real life happens. As solid as the structure is, I teach you to move with the flow of life instead of going rigid and snapping under pressure. Hard times will test you, but we make sure that they make you, not break you. The only failure is quitting. We protect your commitment by teaching adaptability through the ongoing accountability and support that you get. Get these 3 right, and you'll show up for yourself. Consistency comes, and the physical results follow. Guaranteed. Now, you might be thinking, again, this all sounds good and well, but how does it actually work in real life? What do I do the night I finish a 12-hour shift and the gym is the last place on earth I want to be? What about the guilt when an hour for me is an hour I'm not giving to them? What do I eat on a shift when the only options are the shit from the vending machine and whatever's left in the canteen? What happens the week it all falls apart? Because at some point it will. How do I stop one bad weekend turning into a written off month? And what about that voice? The one that says you've failed every other time, so why would this be any different? Here's what I want you to notice about those questions. Not one of them is an excuse. Every single one is real, and every single one is built from a time it genuinely went wrong for you before. So that voice isn't lying to you. You have fallen off before. It's just wrong about why. It wasn't that you lacked discipline and it wasn't that you didn't want it enough. You did. You had discipline. It's that nothing you tried was ever built for a life as full as yours. So the first hard week arrived and your plan had no answer for it. And you did the thing you always do. You blamed yourself. This is the entire reason the full cup method exists, not to hype you up and fucking get you going. It's more to give every one of those moments a specific answer before it lands. That shattered night, the guilt, the empty canteen, the week it all falls apart, the voice. Every one of them has broken someone else's attempt before. So every one of them is built into this program with a plan for when it inevitably arises. The thing that broke every other attempt becomes the thing that this one is built around. So let me stop talking in theory. Here's exactly what each one looks like in practice. The method runs in 3 phases, with named tools inside each. Phase 1, fix the cup. This is the phase every other coach skips, which is why their plans don't last. The values alignment framework connects your health to what you genuinely care about, so training stops feeling like a selfish extra, and the permission protocol dismantles the guilt that sabotaged every previous attempt, because you can't outtrain a belief that looking after yourself is wrong. It's not. Phase 2, fill the cup. The no decision training blueprint gives you every session pre-planned, so the gym takes zero thinking and zero anxiety. The autopilot nutrition protocol makes eating simple and repeatable with no daily negotiations with yourself. It's built around your shifts and your actual life. In phase 3, flow from your cup. The self-trust rebuild method turns every completed week into logged evidence that you're now someone who follows through, because that confidence that you build builds the confidence too. And the minimal viable consistency protocol defines your floor, the smallest version of the system that you run when life goes sideways and you never start from zero again. You just come back to the plan and keep moving forward. Now, all of this is delivered with simplicity. The RG coaching app is our primary tool. It's where your training, nutrition, and accountability live. Skool is where you find and follow the system step by step, everything in order so you always know where to go and what to do. WhatsApp is how we talk, so any questions, any problems, you catch me there. This is one-to-one coaching. You get a personalised training and nutrition structure, plus weekly video check-ins where I break down how your week went. I'll coach you through whatever obstacles come up with mindset coaching calls, and build your confidence in the gym with personal training sessions. The time commitment from you, 3 to 5 hours per week. That's yours. And that's for everything: to train, to prep meals, to check in. We build it all into your routine, not on top of it. We design it around your real life with all your responsibilities and commitments considered, not the idealized version. And here's the part that makes me different from every other coach who wants to keep you paying forever. I'm building you to graduate. The goal is that you eventually don't need me. The system becomes yours. Whether we work together 12 weeks or 12 months, the work that we do, you keep. That's the real goal we're working towards. And the biggest question you're probably wondering right now, how much is this going to cost me? And listen, I get it. The price matters. But before I give you a number, I want you to really be aware of the cost that you're already paying by not changing, because you're already paying it. What is your energy worth? What's your focus worth? What's it worth to show up as your lightest, strongest, most reliable self? Ask, because if you've been in this start-stop cycle for years, that is a lot of failed Mondays, a lot of rounds of hope, collapse, and apologising to yourself. And each round didn't just cost you the result. It cost you a little bit more belief in yourself. The work isn't getting any easier. The people who need you aren't going anywhere. So if nothing changes now, this time next year, you're standing in the same spot, just more tired and less convinced that you can do anything about it. You've already lived that year, and you don't have to live it again. So here is the next step. Message me the word full on Instagram and tell me a bit about like where you are and what's going on for you right now. We'll have an honest conversation about your situation and whether or not this is the right fit for you. And if it's not, I'll tell you straight and point you in the right direction. There's no forms, no scripts, pressure, or expectation for you to do anything. I just want to have a real conversation with you about getting you back on your own to-do list. You don't have to figure this all out alone anymore. Just DM me full and let's fill your cup. Thank you for watching.